Hey guys, it's been quite a long time. I think well over a year since I've been here on the channel. For those that don't know, I am Sean. I am Shannon's significant other, and I occasionally pop in for a video every now and again. Tonight, we've got another Spooktober video. The scariest Japanese urban legends and their stories. So without further ado, let's begin. Before we get to know about Japanese urban legends, we need to know about what urban legends are. Urban legends are a type of modern folklore myth that circulates within a society or culture and is often passed by word of mouth or through digital media. Their stories or anecdotes that are presented as true but lack verifiable evidence or proof. Urban legends can often involve mysterious or supernatural events and often can be frightening or disturbing. The Kuchisaki Onna, or the slit-mouthed woman. The Kuchisaki Onna was known as the slit-mouthed woman. It is a Japanese urban legend that dates back to the 1970s. According to the legend, Kuchisaki Onna is a woman who wears a surgical mask to cover her face. She is said to approach people on the street and ask them if they think that she is beautiful. If the person answers yes, Kuchisaki Onna will remove her mask to reveal a grotesque, mutilated mouth that stretches from ear to ear. She will then ask the person again if they think that she is beautiful. If the person answers no or screams in terror, Kuchisaki Onna will attack them with a large pair of scissors or knife. The legend has several variations, but most versions agree that Kuchisaki Onna was originally a beautiful woman who was disfigured by her jealous husband or vengeful spirit. Some versions of the legend suggest that Kuchisaki no Onna was a vengeful ghost who was killed by a samurai. The legend of Kuchisaki Onna became widespread in Japan in the 1970s and 80s. Many people reported seeing her on the streets, and rumors spread that she was a real person. Some schools even warned children not to walk home alone at night for fear of encountering her. During the widespread fear of Kuchisaki Onna, there are no confirmed reports of anyone actually being attacked by her. Some people believe that the legend was a way for parents to warn their children about the dangers of talking to strangers or walking alone at night. Others suggest that the legend may have been a way to express anxiety about changing gender roles and the increasing independence of women in Japanese society. The Teke Teke. The legend states that if Teke Teke catches someone, she will cut them in half with a sharp scythe or knife, just like what happened to her. Some versions of the legend suggest that Teke Teke is looking for revenge against those who bullied her, while others say she is simply seeking company in her lonely, ghostly existence. Teke Teke is a Japanese urban legend about a girl who was cut in half by a train and now haunts the railways of Japan. According to the legend, the girl was taking a railway bridge when she slipped and fell onto the tracks, where she was cut in half by a passing train. In some versions of the legend, the girl was pushed by a group of bullies. After her death, the girl's ghost is said to appear to people who are walking on or near railway tracks. She is usually depicted violence from the sound she makes as she drags herself along. The legend of Teke Teke has become a popular urban legend in Japan and has been the subject of many horror movies, manga, and anime. It is often used as a cautionary tale to warn children of the dangers of playing on railway tracks and bridges. The story has also gained popularity in other parts of the world, with variations of the legend appearing in countries such as Korea and China. Hanakosan. Hanakosan is a popular Japanese urban legend about a ghostly girl who haunts school bathrooms. The legend states that if you go to the third stall in a girl's bathroom on the third floor of a school and then knock on the door 3 times, Hanakosan will appear. Some versions of the legend say that you must ask Hanakosan a question or say her name 3 times, while others simply state that she will just appear. Hanakosan is usually depicted as a young girl with bobbed hair, wearing a red or white dress. Her face is either normal or disfigured, depending on the version of the legend. Some versions of the legend suggest that she may have been a victim of bullying or abuse, and that she appears in school bathrooms to seek revenge against those that mistreated her. According to the legend, Hanakosan is the ghost of a young girl who died during World War II when a bomb hit her school bathroom. In some versions of the legend, she's said to have been killed by a janitor who locked her inside the stall. The legend of Hanakosan has become a popular part of Japanese folklore and has been the subject of many horror movies, mangas, and anime. It is often used as a cautionary tale to warn children not to go to the bathroom alone and to be respectful of the spirits that may inhabit school buildings. Some schools even named their bathrooms after Hanakosan as a way of acknowledging the legend and calming students' fears. Akanto Red Cape. Akanto is known as the Red Cape. It is a Japanese urban legend about a ghost who haunts public restrooms. According to the legend, Akanto was a handsome man wearing a red cape who appears in the last stall of either men or women's restrooms. He asks the person using the restroom if they want red paper or blue paper. If the person chooses red, Akanto will wrap them up in his red cape and cut them open, spilling their blood all over the floor. If the person chooses blue, he will suffocate them until their face itself has turned blue. Some versions of the legend suggest that he may offer other colors of paper or even a gold cape, but no matter what the person chooses, they will meet a gruesome end. The origin of Akanto is unclear. It is believed to have been popularized in the 1930s or 40s. Some versions of the legend suggest that Akanto was a vengeful spirit who was killed by villagers, while others say that he was a samurai or a soldier who committed suicide. The legend of Akanto has become a popular part of Japanese folklore and has been the subject of many horror media. It is often used as a cautionary tale to warn people not restrooms. Some people also believe that the legend may have originated as a warning about sexually transmitted diseases, as Akanto is sometimes depicted as wearing a mask to hide his face. Aisaku Sama, the 8-foot-tall woman. Aisaku Sama is a Japanese urban legend about a tall woman with 8 feet. Hence the name Aisaku Sama, which means 8-foot-tall woman, who preys on children. According to the legend, Aisaku Sama appears as a beautiful woman with long black hair, dressed in a white kimono. The legend states that Aisaku Sama appears in rural areas, often near forests or mountains, and targets children who are playing alone. She uses her height to lure children away from their homes, and her long arms to snatch them up and carry them away. Once she has taken a child, Aisaku Sama will torment and scare them for several days before ultimately killing them. Some versions of the legend suggest that she may also possess children, or turn them into her own kind. The origins of the Aisaku Sama are unclear, but is believed to have originated in the Miyazaki prefecture of Japan. The legend has become popular in recent years and has been the subject of many horror media. The legend of Aisaku Sama is often used as a cautionary tale to warn children not to talk to strangers or to wander too far from home. It's also sometimes used to explain disappearances of children in rural areas, and it has become a very popular part of Japanese folklore. The Kotaki Tunnel. The Kotaki Tunnel is a real-life location in Japan that is said to be haunted by the spirits of those who died during its construction. The tunnel is located in the mountains of Kyoto and was built in the early 1920s to connect the city of Kyoto to the town of Takuo. People have driven through the tunnel at night and have reported strange occurrences, such as hearing voices, feeling a presence, or seeing apparitions. According to the local legend, during the construction of the tunnel, several workers were killed in accidents, or that a woman and her child were killed in a car accident in the tunnel, and their spirits now haunt that tunnel. One of the most famous stories associated with the Kotaki Tunnel involves a bus driver who was driving through the tunnel late at night when suddenly he saw a woman standing in the middle of the road. The woman has long hair and was wearing a white dress, and the driver slammed on his brakes to avoid hitting her. But when he got out of the bus to check on her, she had disappeared. Other stories suggest that if you drive through the tunnel at night with your car windows open, you will hear the sound of someone tapping on the window. And when you turn to look, you'll see the ghostly face of one of the tunnel's construction workers staring back at you. The Curse of Sodo. The Curse of Sodo is a popular urban legend in Japan that originated from the popular horror movie series ring. The story revolves around a cursed videotape that, once watched, leads to a phone call, in which then 7 days later, the viewer dies. According to legend, the cursed videotape contains a series of disturbing images, culminating in a warning that the viewer will die in 7 days. Anyone who watches the tape is cursed, and the only way to break the curse is to make a copy of the tape and to show it to someone else. The story of Sadako begins with a young girl named Sadako Yamamura, who was born with psychic powers. She was kept locked up by her father, who used her powers for his own personal gain. One day, Sadako's father pushed her deep down a well to keep her from revealing his secrets. Sadako's spirit was said to be so strong that it lingered, and she cursed the well, vowing to seek revenge on those who had wronged her. Her curse was believed to be so powerful that it manifested in the form of a videotape. Hashiru Yura, or running ghosts, is a Japanese urban legend about ghosts who are said to appear in the form of people running in the middle of the night. According to the legend, the running ghosts usually appear between the hours of midnight and 3 a.m. They are often set on deserted roads or in isolated areas, and they are said to run silently, but their footsteps can be heard, and they can move faster than any human could hope. The running ghosts are often depicted as being faceless or blurry, making it difficult to see their features clearly. They are also said to emit an eerie glow or be surrounded by a ghostly mist. The legend is based on the belief that when a person dies suddenly and tragically, their spirit may become restless and continue to run in the same way that it did in life. Some people believe that the running ghosts are harmless and simply continue to run because they are searching for something or trying to complete a task they were unable to finish in life. Others believe that the ghosts are vengeful and seek to harm those who cross their path. Kaapa. The Kaapa is a legendary creature from Japanese folklore, which is often described as a water sprite or a water demon. The Kaapa is said to inhabit rivers and other bodies of water, and is known for its mischievous and sometimes dangerous behavior. The Kaapa is often depicted as a humanoid creature with the head of a turtle and a beak-like mouth, with a bowl-shaped depression on the top of its head. This depression is filled with water, which gives the Kaapa its strength and vitality. The creature has webbed hands and feet, and a shell on its back, similar to that of a turtle. According to the legend, the Kaapa is a mischievous creature that enjoys playing pranks on humans, such as stealing crops or drowning people underwater. The Kaapa is known for its love of cucumber, and it is said that if a person encounters a Kaapa, they can bribe it with cucumbers to avoid them. Despite their mischievous nature, Kaapas are also believed to possess some knowledge of medicine and healing. It is said that if a person is captured by a Kaapa, they can be released if they promise to teach the Kaapa the secret of how to heal wounds. In some versions of the legend, Kappas are portrayed as protectors of children, and they are said to punish those who harm or mistreat children. Kaapa are also believed to be sensitive to politeness and respect, and it is said that they will bow back if a person bows to them in greeting. This was a kind of short and sweet video, but I hope you enjoyed it anyways. It's been great to see you guys again after so long. Maybe I shouldn't wait so long for my next video, but that's all I have for you. Enjoy the rest of Spooktober, and happy Halloween.